Hey agents, welcome to this week's training. It's Andrea Garrettson here, and I have an exciting topic to discuss today that is near and dear to my heart. I think I am coming on just a few minutes early. I have some roofers here re-roofing my house, and it has been a morning of beating and banging, and so I wanted to take the opportunity to go ahead and do this live training so that it would be quiet. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to recruit without being aggressive. I have spent 10 years in the insurance business, and I have been recruited or tried to be recruited. I've actually built an agency early on in my career. But full disclosure, I don't recruit at this time. I do have some wonderful companies that I work with, and I do have that opportunity, but I choose not to because it's not really something that I'm interested in as far as recruiting and building an agency. I love to train agents, but I don't really care with whom you work for. I just like to transfer the knowledge that I've learned over the years and that I continue to research and study and learn more to be better in this business. It's my goal that every agent is profitable when it comes to business and that they're ethical and that we can just raise the standards of the industry. So let's dive into recruiting. So the three things we're going to talk about today are: why do you even want to recruit? Some mistakes that agents are making in their recruiting efforts, and I see so many of them in some of these other Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and we're going to dive into that today. And the last thing is some effective strategies that everyone can use when it comes to recruiting. So if you're live, give me a hashtag live. If you're on replay, give me a hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from. So who is this for? This training is for every insurance agent, whether they're recruiting now or they're planning on recruiting, whether they're new or old in the business. I think that everyone can learn a little something from what we're going to discuss today. So if this is helpful to anybody, please feel free to share it. Invite some people, some other agents into the group. Again, your agents are safe. I'm not going to try and recruit them to come to work with me as far as with the company. So a little bit about me. Like I said, I've been an agent for the past 10 years. I've sold everything from life insurance to health insurance to final expense, employee benefits, you name it. I've probably sold it. Annuities, everything but Medicare. But I am doing contracting right now to go out this Medicare season and sell Medicare. I have built an agency early on. I built a decent sized agency, and when my dad got sick, I kind of walked away from it and just decided to focus on my own pen because at the time that was what served me best. So I know the struggles that come along when you're trying to build an agency and you're trying to recruit and you're trying to sell and all these things that you're trying to do. I know I've been there. So I want to share my style with you. Everything that I do is usually based by science and from my heart. So I treat other agents as if it was me and how I'd want to be treated. So why should you recruit? So it is my belief that not every agent comes in ready to recruit, because recruiting an agent and building a team comes with a great responsibility. That's my personal opinion. There's a reason why you're making an override, and that reason is that you should be adding value to your agents. You should be supporting them. You should be earning that override. We don't recruit to just have this big team early on and sit at home and do nothing. I've been in that situation where I've been recruited and it was on my shoulders to make an income for the person that recruited me. And that is not a good feeling as the person that's been recruited. So you've got to be in a position that you love to serve other agents. And understand that there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days. There's going to be days when they go for whatever, and there are going to be days when they sell everything that they touch. And you have to know how to encourage them. You have to know how to lead them without leading from a place of ego. It is not about you, it is about them. And the most successful recruiters are going to understand that when you start trying to recruit and lead from a place of ego, it's not going to be sustainable. Agents will walk. They don't want to be beat over the head every day by someone that is not out in the trenches just like them doing what they do. So another reason, is the override income. Yes, it's great. But if you're not recruiting quality agents, that override income can become a big headache if they're writing bad business and they get out of the business and that debt rolls up to you. So keep that in mind. It is more about quantity over quality when it comes to recruiting agents. You can have this huge team, but one, if no one's doing anything, or two, if they're writing bad business, it's going to come back to bite you in the rear end. So be very selective in who you're actually recruiting. And there's no doubt that recruiting a team will build your income faster if you're writing and they're writing and you're leading, but it comes with great responsibility. So the role of recruiting is an ongoing role. It's not like you just recruit them and it's over. Once you recruit them, it just gets started. You are their direct leader. You are the one that, are putting them in the path for success. And a lot of times, if you're early on in your career, you still need to be out writing your own apps, writing on your own pen, plus leading your team. So it was always my philosophy that I would pay my bills on my own pen, and that anything that my agents added was just additional income, but I didn't depend on their production to pay my bills. And that worked well for me. So let's talk about some mistakes that I see when it comes to agents trying to recruit. The first mistake that I see is that they don't build any rapport or connection with the agent that they are trying to recruit into their business. And this morning I was driving back from taking my daughter to school, and it came to mind the term attract versus attack. And what I see, especially on social media, is an attack method. And maybe it goes back to that 3-foot rule that was taught so many years ago that I learned early on. You should be talking to anybody that's within 3 feet of you. Well, I'm here to tell you, calm down on that. You want to attract agents to you versus attacking them with what you got to offer. So let's think about if you went to some kind of social gathering, and because sometimes I think when it comes to online, that we forget that it's really a person behind that profile, and so we do things that we normally wouldn't do in person. Because when I see people come into these groups and they just ask a simple question, they have given no indication that they're looking for a new IMO or a new company to partner with. And these agents just start bombarding them with, oh, we got the best comp rates, we got the best leads, we got this, you need to come to work with me, I'm sending you a direct message. That is attacking. That is attacking agents. And it is very overwhelming. It's very overwhelming for me, who is just reading it, because I can't imagine what the poor person that just had a simple question and suddenly they're being attacked for their decision to work for a certain company, and you should come to work for my company, it's better. Come to work for my company, it's better. Where if you would simply offer some value to the agents and build some rapport and a connection with them, at that time, then you can lead. Then you can actually start talking about who you work for. Because I almost guarantee that if you start a conversation with not like, I have the best comp rates, I have the best lead program, if you just generally start a conversation where you are sincere in getting to know the other agent, it is going to come up. So who do you work with? And then you can start talking about the company you work with and the opportunities that you have. But like, if you went to a social gathering and you walked up to someone and they said, hey, how are you? I'm Andrea. What do you do? I'm an insurance agent. Would the next words out of your mouth be, oh, well, you should come to work with me because we have the best leads, we have the best comp rate? Because they're going to be looking at you like you might be a little crazy because you don't have rapport. And so you're not in a position yet to even suggest something like that. So work on your rapport building. Yes, it can be done online. Yes, it might take a little longer, but quit attacking people with your opportunity. I get you're excited. I've been there. But unless people specifically ask, don't attack them. Attract them. So, like I said before, another mistake that I see before you actually offer them an opportunity or try and pitch them on the opportunity, add some value to them. Why should they come to work with you? If you've not added any value, they have no reason to think that they should come to work with you. So, yes, give them some tips, especially if you're a seasoned agent. Just remember that, these Facebook groups, and unless you're just going to a recruiting site, it's not like a dating site. I mean, this is about building relationships. So slow it down a little bit. So let's talk about what are some strategies. Now that I have talked about so many mistakes, what are some strategies for recruiting agents? I would suggest that you add value, especially if you're using Facebook. Put some posts out there, with some tips and hacks and tricks. Add value and show them your lifestyle. Do some curiosity posts. Share results of your agents. It doesn't need to have a call to action in it. Just, you just want to build that know, like, and trust with the agents out there so that they are curious to whom you're working with and what you're doing and what niche of insurance are you in, so that you can start those conversations. So start with adding value. Like the results posts don't have to all be monetary. Like you can talk about time freedom or time flexibility because of the company. Maybe it can be that, because your leads are so good, you're able to hit your goals faster, and you're not having to run as many appointments because it's good quality leads. I mean, there's so many different ways to add value. And you could put together a workshop, like a 3-day workshop that's like an hour. Invite some agents, just, teach on some things that they might not be familiar with, or a challenge. There's Facebook has so many free options that you can use. You just have to separate yourself from the pack. When everyone else is zigging, you got to zag when it comes to showing up and being noticeable. So what exactly have we covered today? Why you would even want to recruit, because you love to serve, because you're wanting to build a residual income off of an override, because you're wanting to build a bigger income faster. Some of the common mistakes that agents are making when it comes to recruiting is the attack instead of attract strategy. They are attacking people with their opportunity instead of attracting people to them for their opportunity. They're not adding value. They're not building relationships, or at least build some rapport before they start pitching them. I think about if I went into a home and the first thing I said, even though I had a lead card where the person had shown interest in actually buying insurance, but the first thing that I said when I walked in the door, I didn't try and build any rapport, do any warm up, find out exactly what it was that they're looking for. The first thing I said was, you gonna buy this insurance? Like, how many would I close? And I feel like that's what so many agents are doing when it comes to recruiting. They're skipping all those other steps of building rapport, of finding out exactly where they are in their journey, what their pains are they trying to go for some pleasure, what are they trying to build. So try and avoid as many of those mistakes as you can. And the third thing that we discussed was strategies behind recruiting. You can add value through posts, through Facebook Lives. The Facebook algorithm loves Facebook Lives, and get you seen by more people. Talking about, the lifestyle, the opportunities, results that you and your agents are getting. Not everything has to have a call to action where you're like, come join my team. It just may be a soft close call to action. Maybe you have a page that you could invite them to come follow. You could be hosting a challenge or a workshop. I really like that idea, where you teach agents how to do something, and it can also be a recruiting workshop. So those are just a few suggestions. So put in the comments what your biggest takeaway was from today. I'd love to see that. And so, I want every agent to be successful when it comes to recruiting, and so that they can build a profitable agency, because at the end of the day, it's all about being profitable. I see so many marketing strategies about, a six-figure income or $10,000 a month or $20,000. But at the end of the day, if the agent is not profitable, it doesn't really matter how much sales you've got to be profitable. Your expenses cannot exceed your sales. So with that being said, I am going to be hosting a free 5-day profitable agent workshop coming up September 21st. For 5 days, it'll be approximately an hour each day where I'll do some training. I'm going to we're going to dive in on some simple lead gen improvements that you can make today, so you can stop spending all of your profits on leads. Obviously, I am a fan of purchasing leads, so I would never say that you need to go completely organic, but I do believe that bringing in some organic to your marketing plan is a great strategy, because it can make you more profitable, and you can attract clients for you to serve, and you are in a position to get them insured more quickly. So learning how to attract high quality insurance clients that are ready to buy, because during organic, running organic traffic, you are able to build that know, like, and trust factor. So you can attract some very high quality. And also, just identifying and knocking out any mindset blocks that you may have when it comes to building your agency and around money and being profitable. There could be something that may be holding you back without you even realizing. So we'll dive deep into some mindset hacks to keep you profitable. So again, that is a free 5-day workshop starting September 21st on a Monday, and it'll run through the week. I'll put the link to the sign up page in the comments. I would love for you to invite anyone that another agent that you work with. Doesn't matter what IMO or what company they work with. The more agents that we can get in the challenge, the faster we can improve the industry and make sure that agents are being profitable when it comes to running a business. So I hope you all have a great day, and I hope you learned something from this live, and I will talk to you again soon. Stay safe.